So topic is nutrition in amoeba. Okay, from the topic itself we'll start. Amoeba. What is amoeba? Amoeba, it's a unicellular organism, and it has an irregular shape. Okay, and amoeba as such, what is the food of it? It takes solid food, or else you say that it is holozoic. Okay, and it takes the food, that is the method of obtaining food. You call it as what? Phagocytosis. Why? Because it is a unicellular, that means single celled organism. For single celled organism, they doesn't have the organs like a multicellular. So in this, the feeding is through the cell, or else cell feeding. In one term you call that as what? Phagocytosis. Okay, so let's start with amoeba. I have drawn the first diagram over here, and it's having an irregular body, having cytoplasm as well as the nucleus. And in the case of its nutrition, there are various steps. Okay, so which are the steps? Let us just go through. The first one is ingestion, second is digestion, third is absorption, fourth is assimilation, and the fifth one is egestion. Okay, I have drawn in the figure over here ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. Coming to the first part, ingestion as such, you all know that the method, the mode of taking in of food, intake of food, you call it as what? The ingestion. Okay, in case of human beings like us, we take food with the help of our hands, or else we use certain utensils like the spoon, etc. But in the case of unicellular organisms, they have to fully depend on on its cell, or else the intake of food happens with the help of cell, through the cell. Or else we have discussed just now, what is the term used for cell feeding? That is phagocytosis. Okay, so here whenever a food approaches the cell, that is the amoeba is a single cell, so whenever the food approaches, what happens? The body will change its shape according to the size of the food particle, and they curve the food particle in such a way that it gets engulfed into its body. And the mode of intake of food, that is the intake of food, I have discussed it to be known as the ingestion. And here what happens is the body will form a finger-like projection, that you call it as the pseudopodia, or the false food, with the help of which the food will be engulfed. It will be taken into the body of the amoeba, and that first process you call it as ingestion. And second, coming to digestion. So now the food is taken inside the body of amoeba, and the food is covered, it is being engulfed, enclosed within a vacuole, so that you term it as the food vacuole, right? And in digestion, what happens? You know that there are certain enzymes which help in digestion of food within our body. Also same process occurs in the case of unicellular organism, but it differs because it is not a multicellular organism. So coming back to amoeba, here after ingestion, the second process, the second step is digestion, in which food vacuole is present within the body of amoeba, and there are certain digestive enzymes which help in digestion of food within the body of amoeba. Okay, so these digestive enzymes that is present in the body of amoeba, which help in digestion, that is breaking of the food into very smaller particles, that happens in the second step, that is digestion over there. Okay, coming to the third step, that is absorption. Okay, what happens? You know that there occurs digestion. After digestion, what happens? It will be absorbed into the bloodstream. But in the case of amoeba, there is no bloodstream, so it will be spread throughout the body of the organism, that is the amoeba. Okay, so I've drawn the diagram for absorption over here, in which the digested food diffuses out. Okay, so you have to draw the diagram, is also very important. The third step is absorption. Okay, Then as soon as the digested food diffuses out, spreads throughout the body, the food vacuole also disappear. It will disappear. And coming to the next one, that is assimilation. Have you seen? Okay. So what happens over there? The food that is absorbed in the amoeba is used to obtain energy. Okay? Through which process? Through respiration. That means part of the absorbed food, it is used for obtaining energy by the process of respiration, and the other part will be taken up for the growth of the amoeba. It will grow in size. Okay, it will grow in size. That happens in this fourth step, and it can reproduce by dividing it into the daughter cells. Then coming to the last part, that is the egestion. You know that. What is egestion? That is the discarding, throwing away of unwanted waste, undigested food material from the body. You call it as egestion. So here you know that there is some undigested food present in the body of the unicellular organism, that is amoeba. It will be thrown out of the body like this. Okay, and that process you call it as what? Egestion. So this is what happens in the case of amoeba. Okay, so regarding nutrition in amoeba, you should know what are the stages: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, egestion. Okay, you should know the diagram thoroughly, and in each and every step what all happens, what is there any new thing that is happening, everything should be learned. Okay, you should know what is eudopodia, you should know where food vacuole appears and where it disappears, and in which stage that is the amoeba will grow in size, and the last step, that is the egestion. Okay, thank you. If you have any doubt, do mention, do put a comment. I'll be replying. Thank you.
Let's go.